Welcome back to Krypton's Toy Vault. In this video, I'll be going over this Mafex number 150 Return of Superman action figure. Laid out of the box, we've got quite a bit more to go over than usual. We have 5 full sets of hands. We got flight hands, open grabbing hands, closed fists that are a little bit less, kind of a more of a flight fist, I guess, and more open palm, kind of more relaxed looking hands. And then the actual regular closed fists that he's got on him. We've got the one head sculpt there. It's a little bit more stoic, kind of neutral expression. Then we have this one, clenched teeth, a little bit more angry, aggressive looking. Both of them have the nice long 90s hair. It's not a mullet, it's just long hair because that was a thing. We got 2 extra lower legs with the rocket boots built in. It's an interesting way to do things. Oh no. We got the jet effects for the rocket boots. They look good. And we got the stand with a whole bunch of attachments. I got the base, short arm, a longer pole. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's supposed to be kind of a crotch grabber, but I could be wrong. I'm not entirely sure on that one. Then we have this claw. And we have this one, which is not spring loaded. It's just kind of, or not. It doesn't have a hinge. It just kind of pops together. So, quite a few options to choose from in the figure stand department. As I said, I'll pull him in, get a little bit closer look, and yeah. This is my second Mafex or Metacom figure, Superman figure. Of course, I've got a couple of CT Toys ones, but they just don't, as good as they are, there's just something about having the genuine article. This one's quite simple. I mean, there's not going to be a whole bunch of paint, but it's got good sculpt, and what silver is there is just about flawless. It does have kind of butterfly joints, but not like traditional butterfly joints, so he does get a decent range of motion. The shoulders are double jointed, go all the way back there. Bicep swivel, it goes all the way around. Double jointed knees, they go up to there. Drop down hips, they allow it to go well past 90 and a little ways back. We do have toe articulation. We got balls and pivots in the feet. That's nice. And the head and neck and shoulders are like, the neck and chest, torso are all separate pieces, so you get quite a good range of motion. He can look almost straight down. Now, he's not going to look up much, but That's not because of the articulation, that's because of this hair. So, there is a negative side effect to having luscious locks. Overall, I think it looks great. It moves great. I'm pretty excited to have this on the shelf. That said, I'll pull in a few other figures, set them side by side, and see how they compare. On the right, we have the DC-UC Calabac Wave Recovery Suit Superman, and on the left, we have the Mezco Recovery Suit Superman. I've had this one for quite a while. They're all about the same size. The Mezco looks a little bulkier, a little beefier than these two, but they are all about the same height, and they look good together. They definitely fit in just fine together on a shelf. And next, on the left, we got the DC-UC Cyborg Superman. We've got the DC-UC Eradicator. And then on the right, we have the DC Direct Cyborg Superman. As you can see, he's quite a bit taller, but these two fit in just fine. That's still by far one of the best Cyborg Supermans ever released. Eventually, I'm planning on getting the Mafex one, and we'll see how he stacks up against them. And lastly, we have DC icons. We got Doomsday, and we got Superman over here. Obviously, these are true 6-inch. They don't scale nearly as well. That said, I don't entirely hate these two together. He should be a little bigger, a little taller, but in that original Death of Superman, he's big, but he's not like Hulk big. So it works better than these two over here together, that's for sure. But I actually don't entirely hate how well they go together. Final thoughts. It is a fantastic figure. It's basically everything you could want in a recovery suit Superman. As far as like overall shelf presence, I don't think it's as good as the Mezco, but it's also quite a bit cheaper than the Mezco, especially right now. I got it on Amazon for about 80 bucks shipped, which is a pretty good deal for everything that you get. At this point, we are to a point where you're going to spend almost half of that on a single figure. Or you save up a little bit longer. You get a Mafex, you get a Mezco, you get a SH Figure Arts. What are these a little bit higher quality, a little bit better figures? And if you're going to be spending the good figure money, you should get a good figure. If you're going to be spending 40 bucks, it should not be a Marvel Legends quality or Black Series or the JoJo Classifieds, even McFarlane and his crappy figures are up to almost $30 a piece. That's ridiculous. If I'm going to spend that much money, I'm going to get one of these. I would rather get one of these than 3 McFarlane figures. All day, every day. I'd rather get one of these than 2 or 3 Hasbro or Marvel Legends. They are that much better. They look better. They feel better. They actually paint things that should be painted. They sculpt things that should be sculpted. And it's not a... You don't feel like you're getting fleeced like you do when you buy a $40 Marvel Legends and get a unpainted body and a bunch of reuse, and it just doesn't make sense in this day and age to keep buying Hasbro, McFarlane. We'll see what DC does with Mattel, what Mattel does with DC. If they end up being $30 a piece, you can. I will be very upset about it, but I will not pick any of them up. I will stick with these guys, and I won't feel bad about it. I'll be disappointed, but I'll save money in the long run, not buying every single figure that comes out, and only buying a handful of nice figures than spending half as much on a dozen figures. It's just, I don't know. I'm getting off on too much of a tangent here. Long story short, this figure is good. It's at a good price right now. I will link down below where you can pick it up. I picked it up off of Amazon. It's in stock. You don't have to wait for it like you do on Big Bad. Big Bad still says end of October, beginning of November now, I think is what they say on theirs. But it's in stock right now on Amazon. That said, when it comes to the Mafex number 150 Return of Superman action figure, that is all I've got to say. This has been Krypton's Toy Vault. I thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time.
Stacked on the shelves like soldiers in a row. Superman, Skywalker, Spidey on show.